Today we are summarizing The Lord of the Flies by William Golding, Part 2. So after the debacle with the pig, some time goes by, and Ralph has some concerns. So he blows the conch to get everyone's attention, and then he starts to lay out his concerns. Nobody's doing their fair share of the work. Nobody's following the rules. The huts aren't getting built. Nobody's gathering water, and the signal fire isn't being tended. Come on, you guys, get with it. All of the boys kind of voice their concerns about how the beast is a little bit scary still. Ralph and Jack try and reassure everyone. Come on, everybody, the beast isn't real. It's just the dark and your imagination. Yeah, the only thing real out there are the pigs, and they're not scary. I'm hunting them. Even with Ralph and Jack reassuring everyone, the boys are still uncertain, and the fear, and everyone is still feeling afraid. While everyone is still feeling a little bit uncertain and scared, one of the little ones comes forward and says, "Maybe the reason we don't see the beast is because it lives in the ocean and only comes out at night when we're asleep." None of the boys had thought of this explanation before, and it makes a bad situation worse as the boys grow even more afraid. As the boys talk amongst themselves, the fear grows and grows until eventually the meeting is in chaos, with boys yelling and wanting their mothers, or wanting to get off the island. Even Jack, who previously had said there is no beast, starts chiming in. "If there is a beast, my hunters will hunt it down. We'll kill that beast. Don't you worry, everybody." Chaos continues, and all of the boys run off into the jungle, feeling scared and uncertain, until finally only Piggy, Ralph, and Simon are left on the beach together. Ralph is feeling like he's had enough of leadership and wants to give up, but Piggy and Simon convince him to continue on, saying that the other boys need him. Late that night, while all the boys are asleep, a battle happens high in the air. Sam and Eric, who were supposed to be watching the signal fire, have fallen fast asleep, and they do not see the lone parachutist fall down and land on the top of the mountain. A little while later, and still at night, the boys wake up, and they see the parachutist caught in the trees, blowing gently in the breeze. Because it's dark out, the boys mistake this for the beast and race down the hill to tell the others. "Everybody wake up! The beast is real! We saw it on top of the mountain!" All the boys start to wake up. Ralph uses the conch shell to call a meeting. Ralph explains the situation. "Sam and Eric saw the beast. It's on top of the mountain. We have to go hunt it. Let's go now." Yeah, let's kill the beast. The boys are exploring, looking for the beast. They find a part of the island that they've never found before. "Look at all these caves. This is a perfect place to build a fort. We could live here." Many of the boys forget that they're hunting the beast and get distracted by throwing rocks off the side of the cliff. They're having such a good time, Ralph has to corral them back onto task. "If we want to find the beast, we have to keep searching. Also, the signal fire went out. We have to go tend it. Come on, everyone, let's go." While they're hunting for the beast, Ralph is feeling a little bit depressed. "I don't know if we're ever going to get off this island." Simon steps in to help cheer him up. As they are continuing to hunt for the beast, they see a pig in the jungle and decide to hunt it. The boys give chase, and Ralph almost gets it, but the pig escapes. In the excitement of the hunt, the boys begin to do a wild dance and pretend that one of the other boys is the pig. In the excitement, he is knocked down and is badly beaten by the other boys who are caught up in the frenzy. The boys see what is happening before that poor child is beaten to death, but then Jack casually remarks, "Maybe next time we should just use a little one instead." As the boys continue their hunt for the beast, it starts to get dark, and they all think they should probably stop for the night. Jack gets cocky though. "What's wrong, Ralph? You scared of the beast at night?" "I'm not scared. We can go together. Come on." So Ralph, Jack, and Roger continue up the mountain alone. As the three boys come up the mountain, they catch a glimpse of the shadowy figure. Not realizing that it's just the parachutist, they mistake it for the beast and race back down the mountain. The three boys race back to camp to tell everyone what they saw on top of the mountain. "The beast is real. It has giant black wings, and it was going to eat us." The boys are understandably terrified by this, and in the chaos, Jack steps forward, grabs the conch, and blows it very poorly. "Listen up, everyone. Ralph is the reason we're in this trouble. If you will vote me in, I will take care of that beast. Vote me in." All of the boys kind of hem and haw at this, not really sure what to do. And Jack says, "Fine, if you don't want to vote me in, I'm leaving," and storms out. "Anyone who's not a coward or a hunter can join me." Ralph looks around. He's not sure what to make of this development, but Piggy is very excited that Ralph is gone. After Jack leaves, the boys debate for a while, and then Ralph says, "At the very least, we can't build a signal fire on top of the mountain anymore. Let's build a signal fire here on the beach, so we still at least have some chance of being rescued." Over the course of the next few days, some boys gradually steal off camp and join Jack's group. Off in the jungle, Jack and his hunters manage to kill another pig. The boys enjoy the killing a little too much. They take a spear, stab the boar's head on it, and leave it as an offering for the beast. Then the hunters raid the base camp and steal a firebrand from the main camp, running off with it. Things are getting a little bit tense campside. Simon is hungry and thirsty and wanders off into the jungle by himself. He wanders into the same peaceful glade he sat down in before, but this time there is a sow's head swarming with flies staked into the ground. Simon is so hungry and thirsty, he starts to imagine that the sow's head is talking to him. "You will never escape me, Simon. I am within everyone. I'll have some fun with you before the end. Simon, more than a little disturbed by this, falls to the ground in a dead faint. Alright, let's do some analysis on these chapters. The meeting that Ralph calls in Chapter 5 shows the growing instability among the boys, their inability to follow rules, building shelters, gathering water, maintaining the signal fire. This all shows the breakdown of order or civilization. When the littlun suggests that the beast might come from the ocean, the fear and savagery that was already at work in the boys is amplified. Jack starts claiming that he will hunt the beast, which foreshadows his rise as a violent leader. At the same time, the isolation of Simon, Ralph, and Piggy emphasizes their increasing alienation from the group's descent into savagery. Ralph's wavering leadership demonstrates the fragility of civilization amid growing anarchy. In Chapter 6, the dead parachutist that lands on the mountain reflects the war and violence in the adult world. This is like holding up a mirror as the boys descend into savagery. Samneric's fear amplifies the beast myth, which sparks the group hunt. Then, the exploration of the island and finding new parts represents the boys venturing into their own fears and darker impulses. Their fascination with the Rock Hill Fort signals their growing desire for power and dominance over more practical things that will actually help them survive, like the signal fire. Ralph is struggling internally with leadership in Chapter 7, and the boys' detour to hunt a pig shows how they are slowly but surely switching from trying to do things to survive and stay safe, and doing things from a purely primal instinct. The reenactment of the hunt, with Robert as the boar, reveals how easily violence escalates, highlighting the theme of the boys, and by extension, their human capacities for cruelty. Jack's suggestion to use a little one next time foreshadows how the group will gradually lose all of its moral restraint. Finally, in Chapter 8, Jack's failed attempt to take over the group, and then his leaving marks the group's splintering and the rise of tribalism. Then, the hunter's brutal killing of the pig and the offering of its head to the beast symbolizes their complete embrace of savagery. Simon's interaction with the Lord of the Flies reveals the novel's central theme. The true beast lies within all of us. His hallucination where the sow's head taunts him represents the inescapable darkness and human nature that even someone as pure as Simon cannot escape. Tune in next time as we summarize and analyze the final part of The Lord of the Flies.